Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win, you find a way to lose. Listen, people, make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you enjoy the content, subscribe, donate, Cash App is down below. Listen, this is really frustrating for me as a boxing fan. Terence Crawford missed his weight, right? But my understanding is he made it on the third attempt. He didn't miss the weight by like 0.08 pounds. He didn't miss it by like 0.25, 0.50. This man, by half a pound, this man missed it by over a pound. Now, let me explain something to you. This whole time while we're watching the week's events with Crawford and Spence, the grand arrivals, I was more focused on Earl Spence and how Earl Spence, was talking a lot about the weight cut, and you could see that he was frustrated, his body language, and I was like, what I took from that was, damn, Earl Spence may be struggling to get down to 147. The dietitian, the nutritionist, may not be working out for Earl Spence. So I thought that Earl Spence had already defeated himself during the weight loss process, and that would give Terence Crawford an advantage going into the fight. Before, I wasn't predicting anything. I was just saying it's a 50-50 fight. Early rounds, if something shocking was to happen, I gave it to Crawford. As the fight progressed past 4-5, you got to favor Spence because Spence just picks up pace. His work rate increases, and he continues to break his opponent down. Earl Spence is the kind of guy like Miguel Cotto. He just looks to damage you. He punch you in your shoulder, in your face, side of your head, your body, your knees. He punch you in your balls, your hips, your back. Earl Spence doesn't care. Hell, Earl Spence would bite you if he could. That's just how ferocious he is in that ring when it comes to looking to break you down and take your will. But you fast forward to yesterday, and all of a sudden they're doing these behind closed doors weigh-ins. The first one I remember was Devin Haney's. And I remember I was like, okay, it's because he looked so gaunt and ghoulish when he drops weight. That's why they did it behind the door, because it created so much. It got so much negative attention during the Kambosos fight that could be why they did it behind closed doors. But then all of a sudden, Spence and Crawford do it behind closed doors. Find out Crawford missed the weight. I think it was 1.2 pounds or 1 point something crazy. Now, my thing is this, right? For those of you who are saying, this is just a hiccup. This is a big hiccup. But this isn't the first time Crawford has been associated with weight being missed. Not for him, but for Maurice Hooker. Remember, Maurice Hooker missed weight against Blair Cobb. Now, understand this. It was brought to my attention by Derek James. I didn't know Crawford had like 3 trainers. I knew there was multiple guys in the corner, but I didn't know they were like, I know you have assistant trainers, but I didn't really know it was like three guys, as my understanding, working together to make Terence Crawford who he is. But if you got 3 brains in the corner, you telling me, man, the biggest fight of Terence Crawford's career, you gonna let that man come into the fight overweight by more than a pound? I mean, he couldn't even drop his boxer shorts and make the weight. You see him walking around in sweatsuits. Who knows what's on underneath those sweatsuits? Earl Spence got on a little sweatshirt, short sleeve sweatshirt, hat and shorts, looked like he's chilling. Crawford walking around there, man, bagged up. Now, I did notice it, but I didn't think much of it. But I'm going to tell y'all right now, man, I'm not sure what direction this fight's going to go. I think it's still a 50-50, but if I was leaning towards Earl Spence, towards Terence Crawford because of Earl Spence struggled with the weight cut, I got to be fair and say maybe this shit goes the Earl Spence route, because I don't care what you say. When you cut weight, that takes a lot out of you. The one thing they did not divulge what measures were taken for Terence Crawford, who already has no fat on him anyway. He has to cut his foot off just to make weight. They didn't say what measures were taken for Terence Crawford to get that over 1 pound off of him. Let me tell you, there's some fighters that they can't cut 1 pound. Terence Crawford did. What did he do? Did he piss it out? Did he go into a hot bath? Did he go into a sauna? Did he put on the sauna suit? Did he go run in that damn Las Vegas heat? We know he had the cotton mouth to make that weight. You imagine Terence Crawford almost lost his WBO strap? He almost lost it yesterday. It's about to be stripped. Biggest fight of your life. Now, I got to know what went wrong. And they're not putting that out. In addition to that, I need to know, what did he do? The fight is a couple hours away, people. I'm about to run here to the grocery store. I went exercise this morning, cut the grass. But I'm very concerned going into this fight. I think we're going to get a firefight. I think it's going to be a shootout. But I'm just not sure Terence Crawford's legs are going to hold up. And I'm just being honest with you. And I ain't a guy to go back and forth on no predictions, man. I'll stand my ground. But if I shift predictions, it's because I try to root my predictions in substance. And I just, you hear these fighters talk about weight cuts. You hear them talk about what it does to them. You know what it does to their body, to their organs, man. You know, the fluid surrounding their brains. It affects your punch resistance. I'm not saying that's going to be the issue for Crawford and Spence. I'm just saying we should have a conversation about that. It's not good. It's a foul. And when you got that many coaches over there, none of those fighters should miss weight. Maurice Hooker missing weight. Probably one of the biggest fights of his career, seeing that he was coming off of losses and trying to get his feet back underneath him. He loses to Blair Cobb. Blair Cobb had his stuff together. Now you got Terence Crawford, the biggest fight of his career. All these detractors and naysayers out there against him and Spence. Spence made sure to make his weight. Crawford dropped the ball. Not a good sign. I don't care what anyone says. It's just not a good sign. It's horrible. Horrible, man. But anyway, we're going to see what happens. And Terence Crawford, we think would have learned a lesson from that, because even when he fought Jeff Horn missed the weight. You know what I'm saying? Y'all remember when Terence Crawford was fighting Jeff Horn? Jeff Horn missed weight. It's crazy. Crazy, man. The other thing I want to talk about before I end this video is Terence Crawford looking pumped up. Did y'all not notice Terence Crawford looked a bit more muscular? Like he'd been hitting weights. Y'all didn't notice that? Terence Crawford had never looked cock diesel. Terence Crawford looking cock diesel. His chest, look at his chest. It's not all flat with striations. It's puffed up like he's got a pump. You telling me they got Terence Crawford lifting weights? Not light weights, high reps, boxer stuff, They got this man pumping iron. Terence Crawford about to be a Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury 3. Putting on unnecessary muscle for no reason. Lifting them heavy weights for no reason. We know he used to be a wrestler. He's naturally strong. His team that concerned about Earl Spence that they had this man in there pumping iron like that? Anyway, we'll see how the fight goes. I'm telling you, I'm not sure, man. I don't know. But when it comes to weight gain, weight loss, people don't miss the point. It's not about the weight loss, weight gain. It's about the nutrition. It's got to be better. Nutritionists in the camps. I'm not sure if Crawford had one. I believe he did. I know Spence had a dietitian and a nutrition. But when you don't have a nutritionist in there, you don't have a dietitian in there, this is where you could run into problems, man. And I am so disappointed that Crawford didn't make that weight the first time. He didn't make it to the third time. And boy, oh boy. Just imagine, right? I'll put it to you like this. Terence Crawford's last attempt to make the weight, while he's preparing to make that weight, he's thinking about, this is his once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. All they've been talking about is we're about to make history. Leonard, Hearns, Hagler, Hearns, Pacquiao, Marquez, however you want to put it, right? And he's about to lose it all. But he's about to go down in history as being a fighter who's undisciplined, who didn't rise to the occasion for the biggest fight of his career, he would have been labeled as a clown the rest of his career. He would have never been able to escape that cloud of just, I'm going to say, of ridicule. So what did he do in that third attempt, the preparation for that third attempt to cut that weight? I don't know, but is he going to show up during the fight? We're going to find out. That being said, y'all keep cool. Shout out to the veterans, all 7 continents. Yo, I'm in the breeze.